Hi, I'm Mick Crossland. I'm here at the Combat Academy in Barnsley. Today I'm going to be filming for the Warrior Collective. I'm working with my assistant Tommy Crossland. We're going to be looking at some drills that we use to teach fighters ring craft. Specifically in this case we're looking at controlling the centre of the ring, and the aim is when you get a fighter into the corner, you want to keep him there. It's a known fact that if you're on the ropes or you're in the corner, it's a bit of a danger zone, you're a bit vulnerable. Okay, so what we want to do, if we're the dominant fighter in the round, we want to kind of make the most of our opponents being in a vulnerable spot. Okay, so we do some drills that kind of teach some positive habits and some good reflexes for caging or trapping an opponent in the corner. So one of the considerations that we have first is about distance. Oftentimes novice fighters will see an opponent get trapped in the corner or trapped against the ropes, and what they'll do, they'll rush in throwing punches, trying to get aggressive. The closer he is to me, the better he gives me my opportunity for my last line of defense. Okay, and that is to engage and to fight, or to grab hold. Okay, you can grab hold and clinch a knee, or grab hold and nullify his work. Okay, from there I can walk him out and I can exit to the centre and get myself into a safe position. Tommy's job as the dominant fighter, backing me into the corner, is to keep me there, okay, and not allow me that option. So what he's going to do, he's going to keep a safe distance. So it's really important that when he's here, he's kind of a half step away from attacking, okay? That means that any attack that I make in an effort to escape the corners, he can nullify, okay? And that any attack that he makes will be calculated and timed in such a way that it keeps me here. So we do this drill imagining that, you know, that the opponent, which is me, has just been forced back from the centre of the ring and he's now in a position where he could be trapped in the corner. If Tommy keeps his position correct, oriented to the centre of the ring, on the centre line with me in the corner, what he can do there, he can use little feints and little bits of pressure to force me to make a move. Okay, what I'm going to do, Tommy's going to cover all exits. I'm going to try and exit to the left, he's going to stop me with a kick. I'm going to try and exit to the right, he's going to stop me with a left hook, right hand. And then finally I'm going to come forward, okay, rush forward. But what Tommy's going to do, he's going to cover, I'm going to try and clinch, okay, and he's going to nudge me back or push me back, okay, and he's going to fire off a two-punch combo, okay. So if I go this way, he'll stop me with the kick. If I go this way, he stops me with the punches. It's important, Tommy's starting to move to the left now, it's really important that he stays in line with the corner, so there's going to be more here, okay, and then as I rush forward, whether I'm punching, kicking or whatever, he's going to anchor himself to the floor, plant his feet, cover up, stay nice and tight, and use his strong position to push me back into the corner. So as I come forward here, he's going to nudge me off, two punches on top, okay. So when running this drill with fighters, what we tend to do is we do it over and over and over again, because what we want this to be is to be reflex. We want this to be natural instinct, that he naturally adopts that position and that he's aware of that exit and he's aware of that exit, and also that he's aware that if I come forward, he's not going to give up his space, he's going to pressure me back. Okay, so we do it over and over again so it becomes reflex. So a full round would look like this. Okay, so that's the kind of drill that we work with our fighters, trying to teach them to control the space around the corner of the ring. He wants to keep me here. From that position then, eventually, when I've run out of options, there'll be a point where the opponent pauses. At that point, we need to mount an effective attack. We're aiming to do maximum damage. So what we'd like to do is utilise the position that we've put as opponent in, and we want to cause maximum damage, i.e. we want to go for a knockout, okay? Now we can do this through a variety of things. We can use high risk, high impact techniques, okay? And we need to think about the direction of those. Roundhouse kicks and things like this, from this position, he's going to get his legs trapped in the ropes, okay? Anything that causes a break in the action, the referee is going to pull you back to the centre, start the fight over again, and then at in that position, you've lost your ground, okay? We want to keep him there, we want to maximise damage. So roundhouse kicks, once we've got him trapped here and moving in, are going to be a no-no, okay? What I prefer is some centre line attacks. Like I said, some high risk manoeuvres that can cause a lot of damage are good at this position, because it's less of a risk because his opponent's more vulnerable, okay? And ones that utilise the positioning of the fact that he's kind of trapped here, so we can't come around, so we're going to come centre line. So an option might be a nice jumping knee that would split the guard like this, okay? Or we could use a scissor knee that does a similar effect, okay? Or the thing I like to do is fire lots of volume, okay, create reactions. When we do that, we're going to use different angles, different levels, lots of punches, and we're going to work knees in there as well. It might be that we enter in on a kick, so you could enter in on a teep with the intention of boxing on top and coming into range, but notice the range. You don't want to be in such range where I can grab hold. I want to be right on the end of his punches, okay? It might be that he's entered in on the knee and then gone to the boxing attack, okay? Or it might be that he just darts in nice and sharp with the boxing. Either way, once he's got his opponent at arm's length, what he's going to try and do at that point, he needs to change the angles and levels of his attack. If he just fires all the shots at the head, eventually the opponent's going to cover up. But if he fires shots at the head and the body, through the centre, around the side, over the top, underneath, okay, and he's accustomed and drilled and trained in the art of putting complex combinations together like that, then he can maximise the level of damage. So for example, I'm going to give you one attack now. If we imagine Tommy had entered in on a jab, okay, as his opponent goes back to the ropes, what he's going to do is jab to the head and cross down to the body. That's his entry, okay. From there, we'll add a hook and an overhand, okay, and then he's going to come underneath and then pop around, skip around off the body up, and another body up there, okay. What he's doing with that work is he's mixing the levels and the angles, but he's still pinning his man in the corner, okay. So he's tried to escape this way, okay, he's tried to escape that way, he's tried to fight his way out, none of it's worked. Now we've got him in that vulnerable position, we're going to exploit him. As I said, you can enter on a knee, you can enter on a tee, scissor knee, anything like that. But the one I like the best, which has the most impact, is a high volume attack of fast boxing combinations, mixing the levels. So if we mix all that together now, what we're going to do is when I move this way, stop me with the kick. When I move this way, stop me with the boxing. When I come at him, he holds his ground, shoves me off, pins me back in place. Okay, and then from there, once I get here, he's going to change the levels, change the angles, okay, and finish nice and strong. So I'll show you that combination again. He's changed the levels, the angles, and he's mixed it all together. So hopefully what we've done is we've took those few seconds that his opponent was in the corner and we've maximised the impact and damage that we can cause. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. So, as man's backing up to the corner, he starts to exit, we hold him still. He tries to go that way, we hold him still. He tries to fight his way out, he gets pinned back, and from there, we engage with a level change and angle change attack. Okay, so as a drill, that works really, really well, and we find that our fighters have gained a lot of knowledge and understanding about controlling the ring with those types of drill. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Those were our ideas for drills and techniques that you can use to trap an opponent in the corner and keep them pinned there, and also maximise the damage that you're able to create. I'd just like to say thank you to the Warrior Collective for featuring us on this series of videos. A big thank you to our sponsor Sandy, and if you want any more information about the training that we do at the Combat Academy, you can visit us at our website thecombatacademy.org.uk, or check us out on Facebook, where lots of news and updates are put on there every day. Thank you very much.